Okay. Okay. So can I ask you to first give your name and a title, like filmmaker or something like that?
My name's Andrea. I'm a director and a writer.
Okay. What are your favorite dystopia that's in fiction and why?
My favorite dystopian fiction would be 1984. Why? Because it's still the most topical one. There are still elements there that actually feel like they might happen. Stuff like censorship and just people checking on each other. That sense of growing paranoia, all in the service of this great ideal that no one really buys into, but they're all supposed to kind of go along with, or else.
Mm-hmm. Great. Can you name some utopias from fiction?
Naming some utopias from fiction was actually quite hard. I'm thinking Demolition Man perhaps is the only one that I think actually qualifies, because it actually starts off in a world where everyone is cool. Everyone is actually okay, but obviously the point, what disrupts it is the character of Dennis Rodman, who's a criminal from the past, as well as Sylvester Stallone, who's a cop from the past. So it's really the past being brought into the dystopia that creates the film. Otherwise, everything is just dandy.
Why do you think that there are more dystopias in fiction than utopias?
Because fiction is drama, and in a utopia there's no conflict by definition, so there's no stories. Okay,
I'm now going to give you some scenarios of potential futures, and the idea is you can comment on what you think living in a world would be like, what you might do if that was the world that you were living in, if you think that is a world that might come to be, that kind of thing.
Do you want me to still repeat after you?
No, you don't have to, but just try to... at this point, I guess people will be putting something on screen to talk about each of these futures. So
right.
Future number 1. Civilization has been destroyed by war, civil conflict, and revolution. Britain is a province in one of 3 totalitarian superstates that rule the world. It is ruled by a mysterious leader who has an intense cult of personality. The government stamps out anyone who does not fully conform to their regime, using the police and constant surveillance through household devices.
How would I fare in that reality?
Mm-hmm.
Not well. I mean, I think you just described 1984 there, and it sounded absolutely horrific. I would probably go insane, or maybe not. Maybe I'd just trudge along and just wonder what it's all for, and be kind of like the main character there, hoping that something's going to happen at some point, but not really knowing how to make it happen, but just fidgeting and brewing under my skin like all the time, and kind of feeling like I'm going insane and I'm on my own, but also really hoping that that's not the case.
Great. Okay, future number 2. Earth is a founding member of an interstellar federal republic composed of numerous planetary sovereignties. The member planetary governments agreed to exist semi-autonomously under a single central authority based on the principles of universal liberty, rights and equality, and to share their knowledge and resources in peaceful cooperation and space exploration, while each member world retains its own political and social structures.
Okay, that one doesn't sound too bad. I'm sure there's going to be a catch, because it's still, I mean, there are still going to be humans in this, right? So we'll mess it up somehow, or like dog eats dog. There's still going to be like some, but it sounds feasible. It sounds like kind of what we have already, but on a much larger scale. It's not great, but it could be worse.
How do you think you'd fit into that world?
How would I fit? Are you asking like what kind of a role would I have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might still be doing what I'm doing, trying to create some, trying to express myself and trying to give my thoughts on the reality that surrounds me through whatever means is available at the time.
Great. Okay, future number 3. You're on an isolated, self-providing island in which the inhabitants constructed an ideal society, cutting itself off from the rest of the world. Self-appointed scientific experts rule with all unlimited power. It is forbidden to even tell ordinary people that the Earth goes around the sun. There are no legal principles. There are no legal principles of natural justice limiting the power of this elite of scientific experts.
How would I fit? Well, I'm not much of a scientist, so I guess if the elite scientist thought my mind could be put to some use, I might at least get a kind of a privileged position compared to the rest, and I'm not really sure what I would do with that. Whether I'd try to sneak out secrets and saying that makes me sound really virtuous, I guess, but I have no idea how that would actually play out, or whether I'd just be kind of rationalizing the situation and think it's all for the best, and that maybe it's good that the commoners don't know the truth. But I'd like to think that I wouldn't be totally happy with that, and I would see the injustice that's being played out inevitably by singling out certain types of people and possibly worthy individuals that are just not given opportunities because of their class.
Cool. One more, future number 4. The Scottish Government tells the truth about climate and the wider ecological emergency, reverses inconsistent policies, and works alongside the media to communicate with citizens. They commit to reduce carbon emissions to a net zero by 2025, and these changes are overseen by a citizens' assembly appointed by sortition like a jury.
Okay. I would probably rebel or make my voice heard when things become too dictatorial, but in terms of being sensible about waste and recycling and all that, I mean, it's kind of what I try to do already, so it doesn't sound like I would have too much of a problem with that. I don't think I would be like in the avant-garde of this new government or anything, but as a regular citizen I could probably fit in and be okay, as long as things don't become, which they most likely would, don't become like completely authoritarian to the point where I'm prohibited from using a vast range of items, or there are incredible, ridiculous sentences for tossing the wrong item into the wrong bin or stuff like that.
Okay. Let's talk about your ideal vision of the future. Can you describe what a utopia would be from your perspective?
Right. From my perspective, a utopia would be a world where everyone...
Sorry, can we start that again? But just be careful with your movements and things, because some of it might get picked up by the camera.
Sure. My ideal world would be a place where everyone gets to do what they like, and there's still going to be a hierarchy of who does it better, but there's not going to be anyone who can't do it or who's prevented from doing it. So and that would apply across the board. So if you want a decent physique, it's easily available. There's still going to be the Schwarzeneggers of the world, but if you want it, you can get it. Like, you just need a little bit of effort, but it's not going to be an insurmountable challenge, I think. And yeah, just that pretty much.
What can we do today to get us closer to that type of world?
you would have to somehow allow for a system where there are enough. I don't even know, because I don't think that's within human capacities. I don't think that you can do anything that you want to do, or that you can be anything that you want to be. So I really don't know, unless there are some major technological advancements allowing for like energy for everybody and like money for everybody, or even like the possibility to inject talent where there's none, or to heal a body that's broken, or things like that. But it's so far out. I couldn't tell you what to do practically today. I mean, it's a pipe dream. I don't think it's attainable, but you can do things kind of like in the spirit of what we're doing now, equalizing opportunity and allowing for individuals to be kind of defended and not fall too far behind, you know, in the grand scheme of things, and grant more opportunity, as many opportunities for development as possible, and the rest is you know, out of our hands, I guess.
All right, great. That's us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.